just heard was a tasty 12-bar blues progression in the key of A, using a lot of arpeggios and chords. As you probably noticed, I did not use any kind of background music when I played these licks. That's the great thing about these phrases. You can play them all by yourself. They still sound great, no need for a backing track. So, how do you learn to play like this? Well, essentially, you need to know two things. You need to know your chords and arpeggios. Let's dive into this lesson and analyze these licks. Let's see what kind of arpeggios and chords I'm using. Let's have some fun. So, I'm not really playing a typical 12-bar blues progression. I'm playing a jazz blues progression. So what's a jazz blues progression? Well, I will play it here for you in a simple way, and then we can analyze the chords. So, first I'm playing A7, 5th fret on the E string, 5th fret on the D string, and the 6th fret on the G string. To the 4th chord, which is D7, 5th fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, and 5th fret on the G string. And then back to the 1 chord, which is A7, and then back to the 4th chord again, and then I play D sharp diminished, 6th fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, and 5th fret on the G string. After that, we go back to the A7, and then we go to the 6th chord, which is F sharp 7, 9th fret on the A string, 8th fret on the D string, 9th fret on the G string. And then to B minor 7, 7th fret on the E string, 7th fret on the D string, 7th fret on the G string. And then to the 5 chord of A, which is E. 7th fret on A string, 6th fret on the D string, and 7th fret on the G string. And then back to the 1 chord again, which is A7, and then to the 6th chord, to the 2 chord, which is B minor 7, and then to the 5 chord, which is E7. And then it starts over again. I will play the progression here one more time for you. 3, 4. The first phrase outlines an A7 chord, and it sounds like this. I play the 5th fret on the B string and the 5th fret on the G string, and then hammer on to the 6th fret on the G string. After that, I play the 7th fret on the B string and the 7th fret on the G string. After that, back to the 5th fret on the B string and the 5th fret on the G string, and that hammer on to the 6th fret. And then you play an A9 chord. 4th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the D string, 4th fret on the G string, and 5th fret on the B string. So this phrase outlines an A7 chord. It emphasizes the major third and the perfect fifth. The next phrase sounds like this. This phrase starts with a D9 chord. 5th fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the G string, and 5th fret on the B string. After that, I played the A minor pentatonic scale. 5th fret on the G string, and then to the 7th fret on the D string, to the 5th fret on the D string, to the 7th fret again on the D string, and then you play these notes 1 octave up. The 8th fret on the E string, to the 10th fret on the B string. And remember, when you're playing that minor third of A, you better bend it a little bit. So you get that blues feel. Super important. Then I play this phrase. 10th fret on the E string, to the 11th fret on the E string. That's the flat 5th. Back to the 10th fret, and then to the 8th fret. And you play these notes with hammer-ons and pull-offs. After that, I slide down to the 7th fret of the E string. And now I will play an E minor 7 arpeggio to an A7 arpeggio. So, 7th fret on the E string, 8th fret on the B string, 9th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the G string, to the 6th fret on the G string, with a hammer-on and pull-off to the 7th fret. Back to the 9th fret of the G string, to 8th fret on the B string, to 7th fret on the E string. Why am I playing these notes? Well, if you want your licks to sound a little bit more jazzy, you want to play 2-5-1 phrases. So, we're gonna go to the D chord. But before that, we're gonna play a 2-5-1 progression in the key of D. So the 1 chord is D. What's the 2 chord? It's E minor 7. And the 5 chord is A7. So that's why I'm playing an E minor 7 to an A7 arpeggio. After that, I play this phrase. I play the 5th fret on the E string, to the 7th fret on the B string, to the 8th fret on the B string, back to the 5th fret on the E string. This phrase is emphasizing the perfect 5th of D and the major 3rd of D. After this phrase, I play D9 chord with the major 3rd in the bass. 4th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the G string, 5th fret on the B string, and 5th fret on the E string. As you can see, I'm barring here with my middle finger. When you're on the 4 chord, which is D7, and you're gonna go back to A7, it's really common to play a diminished scale. Which one? Well, you can play D half whole diminished scale. It's a symmetrical scale with half and whole steps, repeating. So before I go back to the A7 chord, I play this scale. 5th fret on the E string, 5th fret and 4th fret on the E string, to the 7th fret on the B string, back to the 4th fret again on the E string, to the 7th fret of B string, and 6th fret on the B string. Then to the 5th fret on the B string, and now we're back on the A7 chord. After the perfect 5th here of A, the 5th fret on the B string, I go to the major 3rd, 6th fret, then to the 7th fret, back to the 5th fret of B string. Now something really interesting happens in this 12-bar blues progression. Instead of going to the 5 chord, which you usually do in the blues, the 5 chord would be E7. But we're gonna go to the 6th chord. This is really common in jazz. The 6th chord is F sharp 7. If you play the A major scale and you count to the 6th note, you will end up on F sharp. This is F sharp. So I'm gonna play a phrase that emphasizes the notes of this chord. And the phrase sounds like, I play the 6th fret on the G string, to the 9th fret, to the 7th fret, with some pull-offs. To the 9th fret of the D string, to the 8th fret, back to the G string, 6th fret, then 9th fret, to the 8th fret of the B string. What are these notes? Well, the 6th fret on the 3rd string is the perfect 5th of F sharp. The 8th fret on the G string is the flat 7. And the 8th fret on the D string is the major 3rd. And the 8th fret on the B string is the flat 9. So, I'm kind of playing an F sharp 7 flat 9 arpeggio. The scale that you can play over this chord is the Phrygian dominant. The scale goes like this. After the F7 flat 9 phrase, I will play the 2 chord of A. The 2 chord of A is B minor 7. And the phrase sounds like this. I play the 7th fret on the B string, to the 7th fret on the G string, to the 9th fret on D string, and then to the 9th fret on the A string, and then to the 8th fret on the D string, back to the 9th fret on the A string, and then to the 7th fret on the D string, and then to the 6th fret on the D string. After that, I slide into the 6th fret on the D string one more time, and I play the 6th fret on the B string to the 5th fret, to the 7th fret on the G string, to the 6th fret on the G string, sliding into it. So what's going on here? The first phrase, I'm outlining a B minor 7 chord with some chromatics. This note is the perfect 5th of B. This note is the minor 3rd of B. This note is the root, and this note, that's the perfect 5th. And then you have this chromatic line going down to the major 3rd of E. And E is the 5 chord. And when I play this note, I'm back again to the A chord. And now we're gonna play the same chords one more time. We're gonna play A to F sharp 7, to B minor 7, to E7. And the phrase sounds like this. I play the major 3rd of A, which is on the 6th fret on the 3rd string, to the perfect 5th of A, the 5th fret on the B string, back to the major 3rd, to the 6th chord, which is F sharp. This is F sharp. Going up a half step to the flat 9, back to F sharp, which is also the perfect 5th of B minor 7. To the minor 3rd of B, to the root of B, to the flat 7, to the major 3rd of the 5 chord. The 5 chord is E, so the major 3rd is G sharp. To the flat 9 of E, which is F. To the perfect 5th, to the flat 7, to the major 3rd of A. Here's every lick one more time in a slow tempo. That was one example how you can spice up your blues playing, and hopefully this lesson gave you some inspiration on how to move forward on this topic and how you can learn more. Have a great day, and if you like this video, please hit that like button, comment and subscribe to my channel. You can also download the tabs for this lesson at my Patreon page. There I also have another lesson on this subject. You have the link to my Patreon page in the description. Okay, have a great day, and by the way, a big thanks to these guys. Bye.